Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the Nest and thank you so much for being with me. It's Thursday here, it's nighttime, so there'll be some shadows. I'm sorry about that, but I'll try and shine some light into your day. How has your day been? I'm hoping that you're well and happy. And when it's Thursday, I think we all start to think about the weekend ahead. So whenever you're watching this, wherever you are, this is Kate sending blessings and hoping that you have some chance to make along with me, or if you're not making right at the moment, that you get some ideas. So, Roxy's Journal of Stitchery, field notes, and some stories. That's what today is. So, let's get into it. It's been a big day today for me. I've been to Sydney to see my mum. She hasn't been very well, so we spent some precious time together. I showed her some of my goodies, and of course, in return, as she always does, the gift of giving is a special thing. And she had a little, well, not a little, a big packet of things for me, and some of them I'm going to use straight today. Here on my right is, I've made a different nest tonight because I have shared that I got this little bonnet with spring flowers and I'm running out of nests, so I've actually sat it today in one of my old crystal bowls and I'm just liking that look. So what's in the nest? A little bit of the colours. My mum gave me quite a number of old hankies, and this one really spoke to me. It's wattle. It's the 1st of August, and in Australia there's a bit of a debate. I'm never sure whether it's the 1st of August or the 1st of September is Wattle Day, but this reminded me of wattle, and I can see those turning yellow or brown or orange today, so I want to use that. A little bit of happiness, little snippets, a crochet, some mohair wool, and some pockets that I've been using in my journals. This was out of Zoe's kit. It may be too autumny for spring, but look at those daisies. Love, love, love. So they're going to pop into that nest. I keep this hanky out. My ta-da moment is that, and I share, as I always say, I'm learning. So this is a sharing opportunity. I tried my first ever zipper into a pouch last night. This is the pouch that I began when I was with Beck last week at Green Door Studios, and work in progress, of course, but I love, that we can go between bigger works and larger works. So that's how that's looking. But because I went to Sydney, I put all my threads in here and Mum's scissors and my pin cushion and a little bit of Rachel Bird's. So we're in the last week of the nest prompt. So let's get to the journal and see sorry about the statues. Oh, statues, shadows. I've got something with statues on it to show you. That's my brain. Okay, here's my field notes journal. Still waiting for the moment. Here's Juju's yo-yo. This is where I was at previously. A few changes, a little bit of pop here and over. And the big ta-da is that I've been working on the nest. And what's changed? Well, I've added this flower from the spring bonnet. Here we go. And I was excited to leave the net attached to it, and so it's got these little bobbles on it. So I've just stitched that down. It's got space in it. I've added this doily, and I'm really liking this sense of weaving. I've seen amazing nests, and well done to everyone for your work. Aren't we lucky to have been inspired by Rachel and Sarah? So that's my nest so far. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down. I think I've told you in the past that my mum likes pink. So she really liked my hot pinks. Oh my gosh, now have I lost them. She, as I said, she hasn't been well. We went out for a cup of coffee at a little cafe called the Little Cup and Saucer, which I love that name. I think that is fantastic. I think I'd like to buy a new little old cup and saucer from a vintage shop now to just remember that concept. But my mum, in her package of things, had a whole lot of treasures for me. I've told you she loves pink. She gave me the treasures in these little pink containers. I've taken them out and I put them in this treasure box that I got in San Diego, because, you know, I'm all about remembering and treasures. So here is a few of the treasures that my mum has just passed down to me today. These were brooches that she bought for my grandmother and has kept them all of these years, and she said it's time for you and you can put them on your treasures and your making. I said, Mum, I'm not sending these away, but I can use them in my own works. So there's a cameo, just better check. Yep, a cameo, is that what they're called? It's beautiful. But I did see this brooch and it's got a bow on it, and I thought, you know, I keep thinking about bowerbirds and nests, really. I think that's, I've been less into the birds yet, mainly because I can't stitch birds. And I'm going to show you where I'm up to. Now, Kate, can you open? Darkness is not good for my eyes. Oh yeah, I can. Right, so this has a little gold bow, pearls around here, and I thought, we talk about embellishing, and I thought, what if this ends up on this flower from the spring bonnet? So we are channeling spring. I haven't tried this before and I may not be able to close it, but it just seemed for me a memory, a treasure, something that a bird would go, oh my gosh, that is the most beautiful thing. It's a thing of beauty. I really do need to buy some new glasses, everyone, so apologies. Just have to get that in there and close it. And, oh gosh, Kate, you squashed all the flowers. All the petals. Maybe that's not such a great idea. But you know me, as I said, we're sharing in this together, and if I can be crazy and cause some ideas, I don't think that's going to work like that, what I imagined. What if I come down a little bit for the moment and just put it, yeah, that might be easier. So this is going to be a stitching video, do not give up. But I've got nests on the mind, there we are, that's better. So a little bit of bling for the first time. You may hate that, but it comes with memories of generations for me. And, you know, I have often said to you, a nest for me is a home and multiple generations. So my mum's mum wore that. My mum bought it for her, and now it's in my nest with my beautiful things. This is going to yeah, that's better, isn't it? So get my nest all organised. Okay, so flowers, nest with embellishments. I used, I've been really enjoying using this mohair to stitch with. I think it goes with these colours. I've got this picture here, very field notesy, as inspiration. And so I want to use this hanky up here, and I have another ta-da moment. I said I haven't been much into birds. Last week I tucked a little cardboard bird in there. So are you ready? Close your eyes. In fact, I'm going to wonder how I can do this. I'm going off screen deliberately. And here we go. Ta-da, ta-da. Can you see that? I have a bird in the nest. And it's spotted. I think it's Australian. And I love the idea that this nest is a home, multi-layered, and sometimes it has the bird in there. And other times when I'm stitching this journal, the bird can go in other places up there and can also serve as a pincushion. So I've used my fabrics of the week from Beck, this gingham that inspired me, and this is the blanket from Zoe. So there's Kate, who will always remember stitching this. I have stitched the bird down with the mohair thread so far, and I was going to go all the way around, but I actually like the 3D part of it. So Birdie is there. Birdie can go in the nest or up like this. So that's 3D Kate. I've got a scrap of gingham. I have the daffodils from Zoe and some more mohair, and I have that little bit of flower as my pieces that I'd like to use that as inspiration for this session. So first of all, there's a lot of blank space above the nest. And I'm an abstract thinker. I think I probably have, you've picked that up by now. I'm not thinking about a tree above the nest. This is, you know, my concept of a nest as a home. It's under, you know, something that brings joy. I like the colour around. I've got the stitching there. And it's spring, so there's daffodils. I don't know which way they go. That's my problem. Maybe like that. I don't know if they're going to go there. Here's Birdie. So we're sort of in the oranges and the yellows right now, rather than pinks. I've got a needle threaded, and let's go back to this hanky. Because this is, I don't know where it came from. My mum said she didn't know if it was my grandmother's, but because I got it on this day, and I've got literally, I think, 15 or others in the pack, I thought this is going to become a memory of me stitching on the 1st of August with all of you. My grandmother was the one who taught me how to crochet, and so it is lovely that I don't know whether she's done that. She could have. So is there a way flower to flower? Oh, liking these neutral tones. I'm going to take that off, not to be wasted. Can I tuck this in flower to flower somewhere? I think so. And the bow there reminds me of the bow on the brooches, and love for my mum. Let's strip this off. Tuck this under here. I like that stitching, and if I could show some of that edging up there. Yeah, let's take a little smidgen more off. I And can you believe it's August? Yep. Yep. I can't believe it's August, but I did do the traditional pinch and the punch for the first day of the month. And did get to talk about the passage of time with my mum, so that's, oh gosh, sorry, creaky. I don't know why this creaks sometimes. So all I'm doing is I've got a crochet cotton in here. And I'm just doing stitches. I could have done invisible stitches, but I think I'm going to be working on this little piece, so these could be easily tacking pieces that come out. So we will see. Because for me it's the floral bouquet. Now, such happy. The evolution of Kate. I was talking to my friend tonight and she said, look how colourful you are stitching, Kate. And I said, yes, that's right. All of this is just helping my soul so much. And it is exploding in colour. And even this speckled bird, which ultimately I thought was a better fit than the blue one, can fit in there. I had to end up putting, is it a him or a her? I need to look that up so I call it right, onto something colourful. So that I'm liking. So I suppose we would call this collage textile. Yep. Where's my thread? Up here. So I watched Rachel's video earlier today. I'm sending love and blessings, Rachel, to you and Steph and Lulu. I can, hear that's been a stressful time, but the fact that you're still filming and talking to us and inspiring us about our Journal of Stitchery is incredible, and it just is a reminder that in the end, just keep on keeping on. And I'm sure things will work out for good for you and Lulu. Okay, so I'm sort of using the squares of the gingham to go around, and I'm going to tuck that under there. I can share that my largest vessel / nest has been out on its first excursion. I took my stitching up to Sydney in it, and it was truly so easy just to put everything in, hold it by the handles and put it in the back seat of the car and then pull it out at my mum's house. So that is an enduring memory of volume 5. And it will not be my last. And I know quite a few have been in touch and said that you're still making them or you love them. So let's go vessels, let's go nests, because they're practical and I'm loving my zippered pouch as well. But my mum did tell me how to do that. I didn't put, it's supposed to cover up the ends with a piece of fabric, and I didn't do that. So it's workable, and that will be my prototype. And I think of Beck, and I think of the memories of that day. Okay. I'm just using it up the thread. I don't really need to be doing this actually, so let's stop there because that's already secured down. Part of this back is looking quite pretty, except for the ends, but you know, I do like that sense. I'm going to back it, but sometimes accidentally you look over and you go, oh, that gives me joy as well. So let's chop that off. Before we start working on those, I want you to help me. I do love, for some reason today, this is symbolizing spring and happiness. Could it be in the nest? Adding texture for the birdie. I think it could, you know. What if I just tuck that end down there? I don't want to lose. Okay, I think I don't need both sides. I can use that somewhere else. So this flower here is leading to that flower, and here's the dots that relate to the dots on the bird, and then we're going to have the dots or spots on the wattle. Okay, so still got some thread left. Goodness, so many, like that's not anchoring. Let's go back down here further. I also watched Beck from Sobee's video today where she shares what's happening with her studio and some of the things that she bought on her way to Robertson, and then things that she bought at the cheese factory, the old cheese factory. And it just, I love how Beck expresses it. If she finds something that she loves, she just gets it, and I'm a bit like that. That I've learnt, yeah, some treasures just come, like my quilt that I brought back from San Diego, that, you know, I'd never seen a quilt like that in my whole life. And I went through, and in fact, I didn't hesitate. My heart and soul just said, that's coming home. And I suppose, what am I doing, Kate? Don't forget. As we stitch, and as I think about all the hands that have been on these pieces before, I've got myself very I don't know where, oh, okay, that's it, because it's not a long thread that I'm used to. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that by stitching them on, oh, I know what flopped off then, my brooch. I knew something hit the ground. Have I finished off that sentence? Because I'm getting very relaxed, which happens when I start stitching after I'm being tired. I mean, the drive is fine, but I do recognize that when I come home, I feel it. And I'm happy to be back in my nest, and my mum's so happy in her nest. Yeah, I'm liking this piece here. So I'm liking that we've got the crochet doily underneath, and we've got sort of these triangles that are attaching the nest. I'll come around this way if I've been in shadow. Apologies. Really stabbed the top of my thumb there. Okay, where are we going to go? We need to, yep, cover this bit up. So we can just do that this way. So look at that texture there. I really enjoyed making that nest, and I think it will continue to evolve. Oh, thread, sorry. There we go again. See, deep silences. That's Kate being so happy in the nest. And I think that's a magic thing when we have company that we feel comfortable in. We can just be quiet, and it is very meditative. Okay, let's just, I'll finish a little stitch off there. Okay, now some things to think about. Okay, nest, little brown thing there, little birdie over here. Yep. Oh, I like that. See the orange and the orange. These orange, they were from Beck's workshop as well. Half of them are in my needlebook, and I think I've just caught some of the netting there. I'll just, as I was stitching. Here we are. The nest is open for business. Okay, here we go. Let's look up here. As I said, I'm considering where these daffodils will go, but I do really need to look up that they could go in there, and that could be the link with the real butterflies. What about if I think about that? Audition them. I like that idea actually, because I've got this bit waiting. I can trim some of this off. I've taken everything out of the pocket for the moment, but yeah, there's daffodil, spring bulbs. My bulb is missing, tulips, a little bit of hanging outy roots there, pink flowers for spring, and over we go. So here's the story starting to evolve. Don't want to make you dizzy. So really the plainest thing is the Field Notes cover at the moment, work in progress. Okay, I do love the feel of this accordion. journal with the linen. All right, let's try. Sorry if I'm saying all right a lot. It's excitement. And as I was talking to you, I'm thinking, what colour do I want to start with? Let's be brave and bold and start with this colour for the wattle. And the most challenging thing is finding an end. This is Vinnie's mohair. Actually, it's not Vinnie's, it's Robertson Op Shop. Bit harder to thread sometimes, but I'm getting better at threading. I don't panic as much when I can't find a threader. Okay. Kate's not sure how these will go. So will I start at the top or the bottom? Let's start at the top. So I've got these ones over here. I hope I'm still filming. Oh my gosh, time goes fast. My battery just was showing low battery. So if I disappear, that's what's happened. Okay, let's do an anchoring stitch there. And 1, 2, 3. I feel like making these 4, 5 big ones. Okay, there's one. And let's make this one below. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hey, that's fun. So fuzzy wattle. There's 2 of them, and let's go 1 here. Good, let's do this. And so I'm thinking that I'll do sort of variegated French knots, so they won't all be this colour. 1, 2, 3. My heart is telling just do 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Could your heart tell you such a thing? Yep. 1 over here. And then we'll change colour quickly. 1, 2, 3. And see if I can give you an idea. Okay, so let's leave those ones. I'll leave that hanging. And I would love to have at my fingertips something yellowy or pinky. Pink is too, not yellowy, not pinky, I mean, orangey. Is that too much? Okay, I've got this perle yellow. Which is very thin compared to the wool. Okay, let's see if we can see. There's one here, one little white spot. I'm so excited about all the projects that are running through my head. As I looked at that then, I remembered that I'm going to play with colouring with ink text. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see what happens. I think I'll do it on some practice pieces. Turn all my white daisies a colour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. let's go over near this one and do another. So if you are a new subby, 2, 3, 4, 5, I have just basic stitches and I use them all the time, and I feel that the more I practice them, the better I'll get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are French knots, and I'm learning to texture them up like I did over here, and just exploring the difference. So you probably can't see that, but you know, when you look at wattle in Australia, it does have these variations of yellow and brown, and really, I need to look at my threads and see what I've got. Okay, so how about that? Let's tidy the nest a little and take you through. Here is the nest so far. Oh, sorry. Even if it's not pinned on, this is a memory, a bowerbird treasure that comes with love from mother to daughter to daughter. And we have a 3-dimensional birdie. We have lots of ideas still to come, and I can't wait to keep stitching once I've had some dinner. So for now, I'll tuck that under so you know that this is accordion, field notes, journal of stitchery, just joy upon joy. I hope you're getting the sense of my spring, my nest, and my journal. So this is Kate in the nest, literally saying bye for now. Until next time, sending blessings. Bye.